You wake up with that familiar stiffness, the creaky knees, the aching back, the joints that feel like they've aged twice as fast as you have. Modern medicine offers quick fixes, but what if the real solution has been hiding in ancient forests for centuries? Today, we're uncovering nature's best-kept secret for bone and joint health, remedies so powerful, our ancestors relied on them for thousands of years. And the best part? They're still working today. 1. The silent epidemic nobody's talking about. Bone and joint pain is not just an old person's problem. By age 40, nearly half of all adults already show signs of cartilage breakdown. By 60, it's almost universal. The scary truth? Most treatments only mask symptoms while your joints keep deteriorating. You've probably tried painkillers, anti-inflammatories, maybe even expensive injections, but what if the real solution is not in a pill bottle at all? What's even more alarming is how early this damage starts. MRI scans of asymptomatic adults in their 30s already show microscopic cartilage breakdown, long before any pain appears. By the time you feel that first twinge, the damage has been accumulating for years. And it's not just athletes or manual laborers at risk. Office workers suffer just as much from sedentary lifestyles that weaken supporting muscles, leaving joints vulnerable. The real tragedy? Conventional medicine waits until you're in severe pain before intervening, when early action could have preserved your joint health for decades. 2. Why modern medicine fails your joints. Doctors are not lying to you. They're just working with incomplete tools. Pharmaceuticals target inflammation, but they do not rebuild what's been lost. Worse, long-term use can actually accelerate joint damage. A 2022 study found that common pain relievers may speed up cartilage loss by up to 30%. That's like pouring water into a bucket with a hole. You're treating the symptom while ignoring the root cause. The pharmaceutical approach treats your joints like simple hinges needing lubrication, when in reality, they're complex living tissues that constantly rebuild themselves. Anti-inflammatories actually suppress this natural repair process by blocking prostaglandins, molecules that regulate both inflammation and tissue regeneration. It's like silencing a fire alarm instead of putting out the fire. Even more concerning, repeated cortisone injections have been shown to weaken tendons and accelerate joint degeneration in long-term studies. The very treatments meant to help may be sealing your fate. 3. The forgotten wisdom of forest healers. Here's where hope enters the story. Indigenous tribes from the Amazon to Siberia have used tree bark remedies for generations, not just for pain relief, but for actual tissue regeneration. Modern science is finally catching up. Researchers at the University of British Columbia recently identified compounds in willow bark that stimulate collagen production, the building block of cartilage. This is not folklore, it's biochemistry. These ancient healers understood something modern science is only now grasping: that trees contain compounds perfectly balanced for human physiology. Unlike isolated pharmaceuticals, bark remedies deliver hundreds of synergistic phytochemicals. The Chumash people of California used red willow bark not just for pain, but as a general longevity tonic. Siberian shamans prescribed birch bark tea for stiffness of winter in the bones. These weren't random guesses, they were the result of millennia of observational science, passed down through generations of careful healers. 4. The bark that outperforms prescription drugs. White willow bark is not just natural aspirin. It contains salicin, which your body converts to salicylic acid, but with a crucial difference. Unlike synthetic drugs, the natural version comes with protective cofactors that prevent stomach damage. A clinical trial in Germany found willow bark extract worked better than ibuprofen for chronic joint pain, with zero side effects. Why is not this front-page news? The German study revealed something even more remarkable. Willow bark's effects kept improving over time, while drug benefits plateaued. Participants reported continued reduction in pain and stiffness for months after stopping treatment, suggesting it was actually modifying the disease process. This aligns with traditional use patterns where bark remedies were taken in seasonal cycles rather than daily. The key lies in its unique flavonoid profile, compounds like quercetin and kaempferol that protect joint cells from oxidative damage while enhancing repair mechanisms. 5. Your kitchen is part of the problem. Before we get to solutions, let's talk sabotage. That healthy salad dressing? Loaded with omega-6 oils that fuel inflammation. Those whole grains? Packed with lectins that may trigger joint pain. Even your morning coffee could be leaching minerals from your bones. The good news? Small tweaks here make every remedy work better. We'll cover exact fixes in Section 8. Nightshade vegetables, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants contain alkaloids that may trigger joint inflammation in sensitive individuals. Even healthy vegetable oils like canola and soybean oil create an inflammatory cascade by disrupting your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. And that daily glass of orange juice? The fructose spikes uric acid levels, which crystallizes in joints. The irony is that many people trying to eat healthy are unknowingly accelerating their joint decline. But here's the silver lining: eliminating just these three categories often brings more relief than expensive supplements. 6. The 3,000-year-old bone builder. This is where things get revolutionary. Meet boswellia, a resin from Indian frankincense trees used in Ayurvedic medicine since 1500 BC. Modern research shows it does not just reduce inflammation, it blocks the enzymes that destroy cartilage. A 2021 meta-analysis found boswellia outperformed glucosamine for improving joint function. The kicker? It works even for advanced osteoarthritis when most drugs fail. Boswellia's magic lies in its ability to selectively target 5-LOX enzymes, the specific inflammatory pathway that damages joints, while sparing the COX-1 enzymes that protect your stomach lining. This precision makes it far safer than NSAIDs for long-term use. Traditional Ayurvedic preparations combine boswellia with black pepper to enhance absorption, a trick modern science confirms increases bioavailability by 30 to 40%. Recent studies show it may even help regenerate lost cartilage by stimulating chondrocyte activity, something no pharmaceutical can claim. 7. Why your supplements are not working. You might be taking the right ingredients, but in the wrong form. Most commercial willow bark extracts are standardized for salicin content, missing other critical compounds. And 90% of boswellia supplements use cheap, ineffective extracts. The key is full-spectrum preparations made the traditional way, slowly extracted to preserve fragile plant compounds. When you get the real thing, the difference is night and day. The extraction process makes all the difference. High heat destroys delicate terpenes in boswellia that are crucial for joint benefits. Many commercial willow bark products are stripped down to just salicin, missing the polyphenol that prevents stomach irritation. And most pine bark extracts use harsh solvents that degrade active compounds. Traditional preparation methods: cold maceration for willow, low-temperature resin collection for boswellia, preserve the full spectrum of healing compounds. This explains why clinical trials using properly prepared extracts show dramatically better results than store-bought versions. 8. The 5-minute forest pharmacy routine. Let's make this practical. Every morning, steep 1 teaspoon of wild harvested willow bark in hot water, not boiling, for 3 minutes. Take 200 milligrams of full-spectrum boswellia with. Breakfast. Add 1 tablespoon of collagen peptides to your coffee or smoothie. This simple trio works synergistically, reducing pain while actively rebuilding tissue. Patients in a Swiss clinic using this protocol saw 40% greater mobility in just 8 weeks compared to standard care. For maximum absorption, take your boswellia with a fat-containing meal. Its active compounds are fat-soluble. The willow bark tea works best when steeped covered to preserve volatile oils. Adding a pinch of ginger not only improves taste, but enhances the anti-inflammatory effects through synergistic action. Evening primrose oil makes an ideal companion. Its GLA content helps convert boswellic acids into their most active form. Patients who added this protocol to their routine often report unexpected bonuses: better sleep, improved digestion, and even reduced allergy symptoms thanks to the systemic anti-inflammatory effects. 9. The secret weapon hiding in pine forests. Most people miss this final piece: pine bark extract. Rich in proanthocyanidins, it strengthens blood vessels feeding your joints, delivering more nutrients where they're needed most. A landmark study showed pine bark combined with boswellia reduced joint swelling by 56% in 3 months. That's not just relief, that's reversal. Pine bark's proanthocyanidins work like nature's angiogenesis regulators. They help normalize blood flow to damaged joints without promoting the excessive vessel growth seen in rheumatoid arthritis. French maritime pine bark in particular contains unique dimers that protect collagen from enzymatic breakdown. When combined with vitamin C, as the Chippewa tribe traditionally did with pine needle tea, it boosts collagen synthesis by up to 40% compared to either compound alone. This one-two punch explains why indigenous cultures that consumed pine products regularly showed remarkably low arthritis rates well into old age. 10. How to forage your own joint medicine. Safety first. Never harvest bark from living trees. Use fallen branches or ethical wildcrafters. For willow, look for young twigs with smooth gray bark. Peel the outer layer and dry the inner cambium at low heat. Grind it to powder for teas or tinctures. Better yet, partner with indigenous harvesters. They know sustainable methods we've forgotten. The pharmaceutical industry does not want you to know this, but your body already knows how to heal. It just needs the right tools. Start with one remedy today, maybe the willow bark tea or a quality boswellia supplement. Then come back and tell me how many days until you notice the difference. Your future self will thank you for taking action now. Hit subscribe. Next week, we're revealing the Himalayan herb that rebuilds bone density faster than prescription drugs.